I love you. Glad to hear your tone.
This call will be recorded.
Did you all get those posts where you saw some of the brothers dressed in white on the pictures, the attachments?
Yes.
And what did you think?
Looks pretty smooth.
All right. And he was the only one that saw him?
Oh, I saw him too. He looked nice.
Very good. That's you, Jasmine Amun?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you about ready to get yourself set up like that, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you can put those pictures up around the house and on the dashboard of your vehicle so you can start remembering who you were in past and future lives, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, who has that first spiritual experience? Har, are you here tonight to open up with the prayer?
I'm right here.
All righty, son. Please open up with the prayer.
I like that song. Amun-Rayay. Unabad Madu, Umadad, Amun'S, Lee Banan, the man who Wakat, Banabab Yanun, Kalal Hamada, Ade, Amun-Rayay, the Dog Shilil, Anuke, Nuwapu. I trust by way of Amun-Rayay and his master teachers and his paparazzi and his warner for this day and time. Panabab Yanun. All praises are for Amun-Rayay, Nathar, overseer of the heavens and the earth. I am the Wapu.
Travel hat. All right. All right. Kufu Amun, are you here?
Sure, yes.
All right.
Sure.
You were going to open up and share a little bit with the class tonight and bless us with your presence and drop a few pearls of wisdom.
Get myself together here, but I'll say this. All of you that are going the extra mile to go out your way to share the post and to actually create social media content.
And I want to
of the Messiah.
tip my celestial hat to Jasmine Amun tonight because she's taken a leap into the empty void and filled that space with light. And I'll give her an opportunity to share with you all what she did, to give you all examples of the kind of things you can do when you put your creative hat on and step up into take responsibility as a deity. Go ahead, son.
Sure. So, anyone that you got your social media accounts, your TikTok, your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, if you can, please take every social media post that the content creators are making and just share it. Comment, if you're on the platform, comment on the content, like, subscribe, and share it. That drives the algorithm. You know, the more we support one another, that helps drive the algorithm. So when we post up the post and we share the content like the Sister Jasmine is creating and comment on it, the algorithm sees that. And she replies back to it. That also tells the algorithm, hey, to send more people towards this person. So the more we do that, it sheds light on each and every one of our content creators' accounts. And that drives the algorithm to share that information to the rest of the world automatically. You follow? So that's how the algorithm works, based off
I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm. So let's support another. And any of you that are actually creating, don't be shy. You know, we're in this together. We are family. And we need to get this information out ASAP because we're already late on time. You know this. So if you got content or you want to get into doing that, or you're inspired to do it, say something, and we'll do our best to aid you. Now, this is not something that's a walk in the park. You know, we can hold your hand as much as we can, but you have to be able to get out there and go for it and help yourself as well, okay? So,
and be a Jasmine Amun.
Sure. There's no cookie cutter method, but we can work through it together. There's plenty of us that are creating content, okay? If you are creating content, you haven't mentioned it, please send it to Amun, and he will get it out to the rest of us. So you can like, comment, and share, and subscribe, and boost up, boost your postings, boost them up. So the algorithm sees it, and it spreads it out across the world. So that's another way for us to get the message out. We use the system to help us get the message out. Other than us sharing it manually, doing it ourselves as well, So that's a powerful combination. So if you don't know how to do that, you can call me, text me, email me, and I'll help you get that done as well. Help you navigate on how to do that. So don't be afraid, to jump out there with us. We don't have time to be afraid at all. Okay, we have to be warriors in this mission, and we are. Okay,
spiritual warriors. That's right.
So, I love you all.
Army.
And again, don't be afraid to get out there and get this information out to the world. It's only us.
Just be afraid
those
not
we're
to.
Trying to reach.
Thank you, son, very much. That was very profound and needed. Now, I wonder, Jasmine Amun, if you could kind of clarify to the rest of the people, make us kind of walk us through what it is you did so we can understand and maybe do some things similar to that.
Yeah. So, honestly, this is actually another spiritual experience I kind of wanted to share.
Very good.
Around this time last year, I was meditating one day, and something told me to make like a social media post of people who was kind of inspiring me in the consciousness community. And during the time when I was trying to make it, I just couldn't do it. I don't know what was kind of wrong with me mentally. I just think I felt like, people wasn't going to look at it. I felt the pressure and I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable doing it and just didn't want to be on social media. And then, now around this time, I guess something in me, I've been in class since January of this year. And, of course, every class, you always say, to post, and I feel like during these 7 months, I don't know what was wrong with me. I just did not feel comfortable, being on social media and posting. And then one day, I think something just was just do it. And I got the idea of just looking at the videos or listen to past class videos and basically screen recording them and of the highlights during the class where I felt when we post the post, nobody really can hear or see what the class is actually like, instead of just saying come to class, you know what I'm saying? People would probably just be oh, just another scam or something. So I felt maybe if they saw a highlight of the class, it would make them want to come to class and want to join and ask questions.
That's
and
powerful.
Actually, hear what we're talking about. So I made a TikTok, an Instagram, and a Facebook account, and basically just for the class videos. And I basically, like I said, I get the highlight videos, and then I post it on TikTok and all the social media, and just put in the links and the basically the class information. and just tell them, like, you know, come to class on Thursdays and Sundays and stuff like that. And then when I post the email that you sent into, like, different groups and stuff like that so they can come. So, yeah, basically basically all 3 of the social media accounts I have is basically just the highlights of the class, and I post, like, 3 videos per day. And, yeah, to make sure, like, I keep being consistent, and, you know, you never know which video is going to be the one that, like, makes it very more popular and, like, everybody wants to come. So, yeah, I'm extremely proud of myself that I finally overcome this after, like,
so are we all.
After 7 months. So I'm glad.
Let's all let Jasmine Amun know how much we appreciate her efforts. I tell you, you're very inspirational, and you're leading by example.
Thank you for stepping up.
Thank you so much, my sister.
Thank you.
That is powerful. I really appreciate
so much,
that.
You're earning your time by stepping up, taking a leadership position. That's what it is.
Thank you.
You're being a brave warrior, because this is a spiritual war, right?
How many chickens do you have?
And I wasn't even, when I started posting it, I wasn't even scared about it no more. So I thought that was kind of like,
and that is inspirational in itself, because a lot of people have a faux pas in their mind about media, and they don't know where it comes from. But it is a subliminal spells that they have placed on them, like slaves. Like I told you about the puppy with the chain on, and it learns the length of that chain it can run before it feels pain, and you can see a perfect circle in the grass. So after maybe a year, you can tip out while the puppy sleep, ease that chain off, and it'll run up to the end of that circle and stop, you know, habitually. Because it forgets the chain is off, but it's just the idea. It knows if it crosses a certain line, it should experience pain, and it becomes indelibly embedded in its memory. And that's what's happening with black people a lot. They know that they know in their frontal lobe that slavery is over, there's no more chains on them, but they still psychologically have a fear of crossing certain lines, and media is one of them, right? So they subliminally want to stay in their place, but you've overcome that, and that's gallant. And I want you to know that I'm really proud of you as a spiritual warrior, and remind you that that's how you earn your throne, because the Most High has a grand assembly, and those ranging in ranks. The day will come when a lot of people will be wondering, how did this brother or sister get way up there on the throne, and they're you know, even if in heaven they're not in a rank or place that they imagine themselves qualified to be in. You know, they thought maybe that they should be in the high position, but you know what it is as basic as you have.
Kareem today.
I love you, Kareem. That's very generous. You making your appearance.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. But the thing is that, like I said, that's bravery is what it is, and it's also creative ability. And so I just tell you that, look at yourself, because your God is showing, Amun, you hear me? Your God is showing. You shining, you shining. Very good. Send me some examples of that, because I'm in school right now, and I'm a student learning from you. Okay. Now somebody has to line them. Could you all *6 your phones so that you don't leave mute your phones always until you have something to say. Please, out of respect for the rest of the class. *6 your phones. Everybody, don't leave them open. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, Andrew, are you here? Yes.
I'm here.
Okay, could you speak up, please?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Well, I can hear you, but I just like it when you're powerful, when you...
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here. So
we want to put a voice with the picture. One of the brothers dressed in white in my home here on the throne this is Andrew right here. And those of you that have instant recall know that Andrew was a disciple in my second incarnation here on earth. Go ahead, son.
Sure.
So many of you all have walked with me before, and now it's time for you to start remembering exactly who and what you are. All right? In addition to doing like Jasmine and many others here, starting to earn your seat and your position.
Yes. Thank you, Jasmine, again.
And thank you, son, for driving over here and working to create, make it so much simpler for me to get information out and create audio and video pieces to accelerate the spiritual growth of the 144,000. So that's a very integral part as well. So each one teach one. We're all playing our part, and it's just like it takes a village, right?
That's right.
That's right.
It sure does.
Now, you wanted to share an experience you had, right, to begin?
Yeah, I'd like to share something that actually happened today. I woke up from a nap, and when I opened my eyes, I saw it looked like a spider was crawling along a string going away from me, so my feet, I was in like a recliner, and I saw this, it looked like a daddy long legs, like a reddish orange daddy long legs kind of spider, and it was like sort of trying to make its way towards the wall. And I was like, I said to my wife, I said, "Hon, can you come help me for a second?" And she was only about 3 feet away. She was just right there next to me already, but she was kind of busy. And I said, "Can you come help me? They got this spider that I need you to get." Because where I was, I didn't want it to like get away, and we try to just take the bugs outside. Man, when she got there, there wasn't anything there.
And that's amazing, because Anubis is sitting right here too, and she'll follow up and tell you what I've been seeing in the ceiling quite a few times recently. What it was is that you had an interdimensional experience, Andrew, and that's a firm indicator that you are straddling two realities now. Like Jesus, you belong to two worlds, like Father Babi Amun told me frequently. Go ahead.
It looked no different than anything else sitting in front of me. It was as plain as day. And I sat up, and I kept looking for it, and there was no string. Usually spiders will leave a thread behind or something. There was no threads. It just wasn't here.
It wasn't part of this reality
dimension.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it was real, you see.
It was real.
And that means that you all are starting to really get involved in the new heaven and new earth when you start seeing things over there. And I come to you all at night, those that are really trying to make the mission a success, and I plant your feet in the new heaven and new earth. The reason I do that is because during Vesica Pisces, as the two realities start splitting, I want your feet to be grounded in the new heaven and new earth, so it'll start pulling the rest of you up and not allowing you to spiral down. You follow? Sure. There was anything else you wanted to share with us, Andrew? That was real good, too. Oh, yeah.
I checked.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. I was thinking about, we were talking on the phone just a minute ago about some of the content that you went over and watched in Arizona Wilder, and the DVD Mother Goddess was part of your spiritual package, and also Divina Love. Right. And I wondered if you could share with people that haven't seen that kind of information, what kind of impression it left on you.
Oh, yeah. So let's see. I'm going to go from
from one side and end on a higher note. The Mother Goddess is deep. You know, if you get a chance to just sit down with your notebook and write down the people that he talks about, a lot of research that can be done as far as understanding how the global world order that has oppressed many of us, brown people and women for centuries, you know, how they've maintained power, why they're trying to maintain power, where they're maintaining power.
And mind control.
You know, and just being, right. That's the biggest part. Advertisements. You know, Amun has talked about Subway. He's walked us through Any Given Sunday. And every advertisement that we see tries to override our own psyche and give us urges that aren't really natural to us and give us subliminal messages to put thoughts into
that in
us
essence
that we eventually
make us stop on the green light rather than go, right?
And in this DVD, well, in this video, the programming goes so far as, like you said, some people may see a red light and go. Some people may create do atrocities and have no memory of it anymore. Look at people, some of these mass shooters and things like that. You know, people that may have been on the fringe, but their memories get wiped out. They're subjected to really cruel means of torture and control, and it's all to fragment their minds in a certain way. Like there's a science to, I guess you could say, to tormenting a person.
Right.
And really entrapping them.
And making them compartmentalize certain information. That's true. So they can get a call from a handler, and they can say a certain word, and it triggers them into going up on McDonald's and sniping random people. That's right.
That's right. And
the Montauk Project had a lot of that involved. Did you get to that one too by Al Bielek?
No, I didn't get to that one yet.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, I have known people that have gone through that kind of programming, and it took a lot for them to be deconditioned from it. And even now, they have to be very careful about what they expose themselves to, because, you know, if that trigger gets turned on, they can turn into a killing machine.
Right.
You know, and somebody's got to
be a normal housewife and tennis mom, but she's got that compartment in it. Right. That's right.
They're very unassuming people. Very unassuming.
And they have an army of those people out there. And where they get a lot of those people from is homeless runaways that run away, and they get abducted and taken to places like Montauk, and introducing to underground programs where they're hypnotized, and the boys and girls are made to masturbate. And at the point of orgasm, they put these words into their mind, and that's how they initiate the program. And then when they release them and they go back into their regular life and become fathers and mothers, have jobs and this, that, they forget about all that. It's not in the front of their mind. But as soon as somebody calls them on the phone and just says mayhem or the sun is blue, you know, whatever it is, that word, then they get this 1,000-mile stare. Like a lot of these, like Andrew said, you know, when they do these mass shootings in elementary schools and all that, you notice after every one of those shootings, is first off, it's a white person, and they all have that 1,000-mile stare. Think about the way they look in the eyes. They all have that 1,000-mile stare, like they weren't really there. You follow what I'm saying? Like they're completely detached from what they've done. almost their eyes are saying, like, I know why I'm here in court and what they're talking about, but I don't remember it wasn't me. But it wasn't that aspect of them, that conscious aspect of them. But they were programmed like that. And that programming works, they found out better on boys than it does girls, so they use more boys than girls, but they still use females. Like the female that recently went ballistic in postal and shot all those people in the post office. And there's starting to be ever-increasing numbers of females that are doing that too. Just walking up and popping. You know, total strangers.
Yeah.
Just taking their lives without mercy.
And they can program them to say things, you know, until that whatever has run its course, you know, they can program them to say, I didn't like black people, so they all had to go. You know, they can program them to say any and everything.
Right.
And these people, it's sad because these people will wake up and days have been gone from their life that they can't account for, and they don't know what happened. You know,
they had
so
a
it's
picture
like,
movie on TV that was popularly called Boys from Brazil that was similar to that type of a program. But believe me, they have armies. The United States has armies of these young boys and girls that have grown up into adulthood now. They have these people that they can just call and drop a single word, and they'll go out and kill, either strategically, you know, like they'll have a specific target, you know, like a political leader or something, or either just go out and do random murders to keep the public paralyzed with fear, where people are almost afraid to just go out and do daily functions, right? Go to supermarkets and et cetera, because you don't want one of these people to just go off while you're in there, you know? But that's a very real thing. Yeah.
Well,
and that was only a part of what happened in Mother Goddess. This information in these spiritual packages is really, really intense stuff. And I really don't want to introduce you to a lot of negative information, but I do think it's dangerous for you not to have some information about everything on both sides of the spectrum. It's just like people say, it'd be bad to get caught with a pistol, but it's not as bad as getting caught without it sometimes. Go ahead.
I'm going to end it on a high note, because it's true. Yeah, sometimes it can feel like things just keep going down, but just as far as they go down, they go even further upward.
I love you.
That Divina love, man. That Divina love.
Wow.
That is a powerful one. So if you got it in your spiritual package, I recommend watching it as many times on repeat. Watch it with your loved ones, because it's true. It's talking about being an enocyte. It's about having a mission, being sent, coming to this planet, whether you've fallen or whether it's been by choice as a messenger. But we all have to wake up and remember. And that's the hardest part. But we have to do it together. We can't just do it alone.
That's right.
So, being able to stimulate each other in positive ways to remember.
Wait a minute, brother. Just be patient. Let Andrew finish, and then I'll call on you.
Yes, sir, because I want to add on something to that.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And it's inside of us.
It is.
I'm not going to give it all away, because I want, I do want people to check it out. It's short.
But it is exciting information. It really is.
It really is. It's only about a 30 to 40 minute, maybe about a 30-minute situation, but it's worth every moment of it.
But you need to put your seatbelts on to watch it. That's right. And it is, like you said, it is uplifting information. It's not as negative. It's not negative. Like Mother Goddess.
Right.
But Mother Goddess is exciting to watch, and it's breathtaking. It's cliffhangers. It's nail biters. Puts you on the edge of your chair. The deeper it gets, the more it unfolds, and the real reality explodes in front of you, because you know that as it's being narrated, that that's really a part of the reality of society right now that we exist in. And that's frightening to think about. Cyber, you said you had something you wanted to add to what it is Andrew was sharing with us?
Yes, sir. I've been like really excited to say this since like a few days, but like I'm gonna make this short because I'm currently at work, but I did want to get the message too. So I was showing explaining to brothers, like showing them information, and I was going through the package, and one thing we stumbled across was Revelation chapter 11, and it talks about the two witnesses, and without the information, like being like in these classes and having these packages, we wouldn't understand anything about Revelation chapter 11, the two witnesses, you and Malachi. And it talks about that they both will work together, and they will both have 1,260 days each before the end times. Because one being to come first for the first 1,260 days, then the next one will come for the second 1,260 days. And that's the last one.
Yeah. That is a powerful thing, and it's very good to know that the forces of heaven, may the force be with you, are also working simultaneously with these dark forces, and that they really have them in check. Because whenever you feel insecure about what you call the devil, the way they're programming and doing things, just always remember that there was war in heaven. And there have already been 2 battles in heaven, and that they lost both of them, obviously. And this is the third and final conflict that we're involved in right now. But understand that the forces arrayed against you are never going to win, because, first off, the devil pulled down 1/3 of the angels with him as fallen angels. That means mathematically that at least 2/3 of the angels remained in heaven, never releasing the etheric vapors. They're still in heaven, the good angels. So remember, when the angels are cast down, the fallen angels, they're like butterflies with their wings plucked, right? So they're at a disadvantage now because they're disconnected from the powers of heaven, while their adversaries. Please mute your phone. Star 6 your phones. That the heavenly angels, they're in their full glory, and they outnumber them. And in addition to that, you have to remember that on earth, there are, in addition to the Seraphat and the Garubat, there are 144,000 gods, right? And then the Most High on our side. So they're up against 2/3 of the heavenly angels in their full glory, 144,000 gods, 124,000 prophets, 215 apostles, and 113 messiahs, and a Mahdi. And they're also up against the creator, the life giver. And not to mention, they're in adversity, they're against Fa'ut, all, which is divine love, and completely contrary to everything that the devil stands for and represents. So what they're doing is ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. It's totally futile, and it takes the height of ignorance for them to continue in the direction they're going, acting like they got some type of a snowball's chance in hell to win. You follow me? So 3 strikes you out, and when tide's in, dirt's out, so the devil's time is up. And what's wonderful about it is you all are going to be the ones that usher in their damnation, right? And not only are we celebrating the end of the devil, but more than that, the beginning of utopia and paradise for you deities, all right? Now, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Rahubat,
Okay, I just wanted to ask a question. Oh, go ahead.
Jasmine had a question, I think, first.
Yeah. It's kind of a little bit off topic, but I wanted to know about marijuana. Why does marijuana feel good physically, and why is marijuana bad spiritually for you?
Well, I don't know who told you it was bad for you spiritually, right?
It's good for you spiritually?
Spiritually, it can be. It depends on the person, right? Now, when I went to, in 1981, I went to see Malachi in the flesh for the first time in this life passage. And we had some very serious spiritual experiences. When I was coming home on the plane, I was watching on Golden Pond, and everybody was standing me. I had a big aura around me. And when I got to the airport back home in San Diego, my lieutenant looked at the escalator and said, "Imam, you have a light shining on you like the sun." And when I got home, I was in my back bathroom, and it was twilight. It was almost dark. And I was looking into a mirror wall that I had there at my own image. And that's when I saw that aura, that big light around me, you know. And I was staring at that, and I just thought to myself, subconsciously, I said, oh, when you touch him, it must get on you, because Malachi and I hugged like we always do. And while I was looking at that light, I happened to be rolling a Colombian gold joint in $100 paper. And I was looking at that light and fascinated by it. And then as soon as I flicked that bic on and lit that joint, the light went right out. And I thought to myself, oh, they don't like that. But what I realized, as I got more mature to the information about the spiritual realm, is that anything that disturbs the peace of your heart is a sin. If you think it's wrong, it's a sin. You follow what I'm saying? But to the righteous, all things are good, and to the unrighteous, all things are bad. Remember that. Sin is in the eye of the beholder, is what I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah, we've been conditioned and programmed to believe that marijuana is wrong and sinful by society, right? But it's not. The reason why the white man is proclaimed that it's unlawful and bad is because it's a way to feel euphoric or to get a high, to relax, or you know what I mean? It's something that can stimulate you, like alcohol or anything that they package and sell. But the difference is with marijuana, you all know that it always has seeds. It has seeds. So as such, when a person buys a dime or $20, $50 lid or whatever, they always have the option of going out in the backyard or finding a place in the country where there's the right conditions, and they can plant the marijuana and grow it themselves. Not only for their own use, but possibly to sell it and get rich. So that's why they made it illegal, because they can't control it. You know, the Food Drug Administrator can't control it like they can other substances. And so they made it illegal to try to suppress people that would like to make money off of it, because they don't want you selling things that they can't tax. You got it? Exactly. That's right. But Nukas, can you tell? Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying. So, yeah, I always thought I've heard people from I don't know, the Wusabat people. They were saying doing it was not good and stuff like that. So I just kind of wanted to know, because I have been kind of craving for the euphoric high of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if spiritually, because I remember you said in a line where I guess with alcohol, right? If you're in a state where bad, I don't know, spiritual beings can come to you. So I thought in a sense when you're high, that's the same thing,
No, puff pass. You see, your vibrations dictate that, Jasmine. You follow. Alcohol has a tendency to open you up to negative spirits. Like if any of you all look at a bottle of alcohol, you'll notice if you read on it, it'll say spirits of alcohol. You use the actual word spirits. Yeah, gin spirits and gin, and everybody knows that gin is the devil. So what happens is alcohol has a tendency to make people vibrate at a lower frequency and introduces negative thoughts. You follow what I'm saying? But marijuana usually makes people that are positive people kind of goofy and silly. They laugh and get hungry and the munchies, this, that, and the other. But very rarely do you see people get violent because of their high off marijuana. You follow what I'm saying, Jasmine?
Yeah, I always seen that. I compared myself to me and my mother. My mother was more like the alcohol, and I was like the weed head. And like I noticed,
you see the difference, right?
Yeah. They try to make it like it's the same, but it's really
It was
not.
like you was cooling out, and sometimes she might get aggressive.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you, Amun.
I love you. But I also wanted to give her. You here, huh, son?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. You were gonna share. You were gonna bless us by sharing some information that might stimulate our vibrations as well. So you have the floor, son.
I do my best.
That's the best one can do.
Literally. All right. So, with the blessings of Amun-Rayay, this is about recognizing what we truly are and the relationship to Amun or Amun-Rayay. Right. I do my best to explain this. A wise man once told me that we are bits of existence, Amun-Rayay. Like one part whole of the one. One part whole of the oneness that we call Pa'ut. Sometimes you say Kalum. Whatever language you use it in. This, for example, is like computer bits. If anybody wants to Google computer bits, it'll say bits of information, knowledge. As a wise man once said, Amun, Mama, this is a thought world. I remember when I was like 9 years old, I said to my mama, Mama, do we got two minds? I feel like we got two minds.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead on, man. Preach.
Always felt that way since I was about that age. It's an interesting number.
Who's talking to you when you talk to yourself, right?
Right.
Or who is that looking when your eyes are closed? That's right.
Right. So, the more I come into this knowledge, the more I found out the 9-year-old me was right. That's why I can explain this is, let's do it, gonna try to hit two birds with one stone, as all things are one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus was born in Bethlehem, according to the New Testament. Bethlehem means house of bread. Sometimes it's translated as food. If you look up in the Hebrew concordance, it'll say bread, food, or grain. And we know we need to use grains to make bread anyway. You know, like mills. You know, like a cornmeal, Aaron. When you see the word Pa'ut, meaning all, the master teacher has a part that I call all expanding. I remember one time we was in language class, I can't remember who asked me, I want to say Ankh, but I could be wrong. But she asked me why expanding. Well, if you look at the word, anybody here, I'm sure, if you don't eat meat no more like me, and I've been a vegan about a little over 12 years, but I ain't 12 years old, so I had some gyro before. Some people say gyro or gyro. And y'all know that gyro always come with that little circular piece of bread. They call it pita bread.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Pita is the Greek word, well, allegedly, because when you put bread in the oven, if you used to look in the oven, and y'all know the old school ovens had a window you could look and see, you would see bread start to rise, expand, or open up. They got that word from their ancestor Ptah. Ptah means to open or expand, like open your door, expand out. It's one and the same. So the word pita literally is the Egyptian word pata. You can see it in Arabic as fata. You can see it in Syriac as pata. The same word. On down to what we call Nuwapi. When you see Pa'ut in the glyphs, anyone here can testify to this. I shipped it to the language group when everyone was coming to language class. I showed the actual hieroglyphs of the word Pa'ut straight from the Egyptian text. And when you see it's a duck or a goose that's flying away for the word, the sound that is P, like pa or pu. Pu. Pu means existence, like something that just is. And Amun always uses the example of a leader that knows where he's going. He just instantly knows. He uses the geese flying south, and there's always that one goose in the front, right? So in the text, behind the word Pa'ut, there's a loaf of bread. Hey, Kufu, remember when they tried to say Pata and Pa'ut wasn't related?
Sure.
You there, brother? Yeah,
sure.
Mario and them guys in that language group or that question and answer group they had on OSM on Telegram that they blocked me from.
Decepticons, right.
Yeah, they blocked me from sharing this information. So, the loaf of bread, let's look at it like this. Imagine all of existence is a loaf of bread. Imagine that. If you take a piece of that bread, you get a little crumb. Now that crumb is made up of the same thing that bread is made of.
That's right. Same
Same
ingredients.
thing. Same ingredients, one part whole. That bit that you are of existence, that bread is existence itself. It's existence itself. And that one bit, you take a part out of the crumbs. We are the crumbs of that. Not to sound like a negativity. Not a negativity like, oh, you scraping for crumbs. No. Look at it as nourishment. You give a piece of a bread to someone, and each of them can get nourishment from that one loaf of bread. Well, when you eat sometimes in your plate, you can have food and it's just fresh out the oven and it's hot. You ever took like one piece of food from like the corner of the plate and like it's to the side away from the rest of the food, and that feels a little colder than the warmer food that's together in one? I always wonder why that was. Well, when you in one, you're together, you're whole. And like the example Amun used, if you used to cut your piece of your finger off, it's going to start to die. Well, that piece of the crumb of the bread is similar to that in that analogy.
Right.
So the bread is all existence itself. Thus, Pa'ut and Pata are the same root words. The Greeks got everything from us and everybody else. So they call it pita bread. That's literally the word Pa'ut, or at least the same root. Well, Jesus was born in Bethlehem, house of bread. So there's two videos that Amun was instructing us to listen to. I don't know if everyone listened to it. If you haven't, please go listen to it. One of them is called Who is God or What is God? I'm going to get the exact name of it. 1 second. Are you ready to meet God? That's the video. And then the other one is, are you prepared for the Nuwapi in Christ? Those two videos. And then it's talking about the coming of the Messiah and the Magi's coming, and they following the stars to get to him in the house of Bethlehem in an area called Judea. You know, Amun say we from the tribe of Judah. It's ironic because in the Egyptian text, I can show you guys. I promise you. If you want it, matter of fact, I'll send it to you, and you can send it to everyone else.
So,
this ain't just in the Bible. Right in the Egyptian text, it says that Amun-Rayay is the son of Pa'ut, the representative of Pa'ut. Sounds like Revelation 3:14. Yes, indeed. Now, that word "pu" is in the word "nuwapu" or "nuwabu," tomato. Another way to say "nuwapu" is "nupu." Follow? Now, "nupu" has a definition, or "nuwabu" has a definition in the Holy Tablets. I really love this definition. A lot of times you might hear sound right reasoning, but it goes further. And I'll also send you that directly out of the Holy Tablets. Right now I'm in my car. All of this is off the head. So my apologies. I'll be working in the car driving list.
Best we can do.
But in that text it says, Nuwapu means to convey a message. The message is what we call sound right reasoning. It means to convey a message. There must be a deliverer of the message and a receiver of the message. And that message is life itself. Existence. Well, when you're away from existence, you're like that piece of bread that gets cold. You can't necessarily technically be away from existence, because where can you go? You can't go, can't take from all, because where you going to put it, and you can't add to it where you're getting it from. But in your illusionary perspective, you feel like an individual, like you that breadcrumb. And you might actually start feeling like a crumb. In a negative sense. Like, man, what am I? Who am I? I know at least that's how I feel sometimes. I get down in that low vibration. I ain't perfect. I can explain these things. And when I'm explaining these things, man, I feel this energy come over me. I don't know what it is. It's like a fire that doesn't burn me.
That's right.
It's powerful.
Smokeless fire.
When I get to really, it's this zone I get into.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the information coming from. What I do know, but in that moment, it's just coming. It ain't from no book or none of that.
It flows.
It's genetic explosion, and it just flows. It just
because
comes.
All that information is inside of you inherently.
It's a DNA explosion.
Yes.
Like that bread.
Factual.
See, you always a part of that bread. It's an illusion that you're the crumb. You're not a crumb. That's your id, your ego, making you think you're an individual.
Exactly.
But that's an illusion. And the way to that coming to that realization that you are that one part whole, a part of that bread, and you're not separate. Then you can come to the representative that come here as a spiritual master to guide you to that remembrance. I don't even want to say learning, because like Amun just said, all of this is already in you. I'm not no things
that you previously knew but have forgotten by time. Right.
I'm not no different from nobody on this phone. You can explain this same thing. You just got to find that zone. What's your purpose?
And you may have a different way of explaining it, but that's right. A rose is a rose.
I'm blessed.
Right.
I found my purpose. I can explain this, and I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is, but it's like you don't know what it is. It just flows. It's the only true reality.
Something within you. That's right.
It's really you, because it's really me.
For you, Hart, now it's docking with itself. So you're not even open to Jehovah's Witnesses or Seventh-day Adventist explanation, anymore, because you've already found the truth. Because now you know. You don't simply believe.
I know.
That's right. So you're not in pursuit of finding truth. You've arrived. You there. You know.
I've come to the realization.
That's the great new wonderful there.
Yeah, Amun helped me do that because he's the representative of Paul. There's no way to the Father but through the Son. Exactly. From that perspective, that new God, that gospel or gospel is correct. But you find out that you are the collective. Paul in the glyphs is defined as a collective. All of us are one in that oneness. And that oneness is all. And if you think you're different from that, that's when you fail. I fail as an individual person, brother.
Yep.
You could come to that. It don't matter who you, everyone on this phone, anybody, anything. Paul is anything and everywhere and everything in it, everything.
No man is an island, right.
And Amun just is the first impression of, I don't even want to say birth. I want to say realization, as all is stagnant and set things in motion. You them things in motion. You are one part whole, all trying to experience itself in all possible ways. You can just be pinpointed in one direction. So in the text, Amun, I'll send you this too. It goes so far as to say that darkness you see in space, that pitch blackness at night. It says Amun-Rayay ejaculated noon. That darkness is noon in the glyphs, the primordial waters. Now, according to Einstein, so-called smart guy, that's called everything we in is space-time. He combines space and time. So if I say, hey, Amun, I'm going to come meet you at your house at 9 o'clock. If I don't give you the time, 9 o'clock, I'll be at your house and you might not be there. Well, Amun ejaculated that, so he's before time itself. That's powerful to me.
Has for you.
And you are becoming a Amun as a collective.
Exactly. That's why all of you walk with me. Your name becomes eventually Amun, right? Because we are
become that collective.
That's right.
Now, I don't know if Amun even read that in the text, but I can show you it's in the text. I found that 10 years ago.
No, I didn't find it, but I wish you'd send it to me.
I sure will.
Towel hat. And for the sisters,
we all become
Shukran, Jazeel, and or Askaruka, I thank you.
So Nuwapu is the knowledge of all. It's the thought, the consciousness, the good news. And the conveyor is existence itself. And you are the listener and the observer. If I'm making sense, somebody let me know.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, Towel hat, man. Yeah, man, it's following you too. I follow.
Yeah,
I'm following you.
That's right.
I mean, Amun told me this story one time, man. Amun, man, you can correct me if I tell the story wrong. Amun told me this story. He said that he's so old that he came back to visit Risk, if I'm not mistaken, and it was a deity, a goddess at the gate. And I think the deity said, I ain't seen you since before time started. That's right. Beyond fathomable.
That's right. Before time was, so I was.
So why is Amun explaining things to me that he explaining things to us that I found in the text? He don't even read the Egyptian text to my knowledge.
That's right.
That's just how I found it. It's my purpose, and everybody in here has that present purpose. And our purpose together is this mission.
That mine is too.
And this mission
my
is...
reason for being, right. I'm a servant to 144,000.
And you realizing you part of that. As one whole, we are one, Amun.
That's right.
I can show you that in the Patarak too. For the Sabians that say that's wrong. And Amun be saying he's Gabriel sometimes. Anyone remember he say that? Like he's a chimera, meaning he got 3 parents, 2 fathers and 1 mother. They
that's right.
Right. You follow? So that Panabab Yanun brought out a triangle pyramid with a star at the top, kind of like Joseph, with Ashtat or Isis at one corner of the pyramid, like Mary, and then there's Har at one end of the third point of the pyramid. That's the Messiah, And in between that is a quantity. It's a quantity, and it says Amun. Well, that's equivalent to Gabriel. And Amun incarnated into Har, like, you know, we all got that Har one, you that risky in DNA.
That's right.
So he's correct when he say that. This is all over the Holy Tablets. We just quoted the definition of Nuwapu and Holy Tablets. In the Egyptian text, another name for the title for the deity is Nuwapu. You are that. Everyone on this phone, and everyone who is not yet on this phone that we're going to get to come here.
Right.
We got 4.5 years left. And it seemed impossible to get 144,000 beings in this short period of time.
But we will squeeze it up with the thimble.
You are that. You just got to be faithful and true. Faithful, yeah, you trust, we believe you, Amun. Amun don't want you to just believe him. Like he said, he wants you to know. You are coming to a knowing heart, as he say.
That's right.
Well, you got to know so you can be faithful and true. So when Amun is in class, look, this is question and answer class, and everyone's questions, no question is better than the next person's question.
That's right.
Please don't misunderstand. Yeah, when Amun is reading something specific in class, he's doing that for a reason, because he can tell your level of consciousness by the type of questions you ask. I don't know if y'all know that. So when he's reading something specific, of course he's doing it for something important, whether we know it or not. He's doing it for a reason. If he's reading something specific and you don't know, don't feel ashamed. Write down. I don't care if you write it on your phone, if in the new age, or if you're old school, you grab a pen and paper. Write down what sounded confusing to you. And when he say, did that spark any questions? Ask questions about what was confusing to you so you can rise up and know.
That's right.
You can still ask your other questions that you have. When he gets to reading something specific, or when he sends us emails about something specific, man, don't just be faithful, be true. Really go in on them things.
That's right.
Whether it's a package he sent to you, whether it's an email or something he's reading in class. When it's time for that, ask questions about that, because we don't know.
He's serious about it. That's right. It's
and
going to be good
workout
to
you doing.
Your own higher self.
And that's the workout you're doing that's going to reveal your higher self, which is that whole loaf of bread we was talking about. True.
You start realizing that you really are this God you've been in search of. When
that
you climb up on your own intellect and take the mask off the face of God, wonder of wonders, it's you.
It's really you.
And isn't that something? What could be a greater gift?
That expansion, that
what he's been
opening
trying
up.
to communicate to us this evening. Har's been trying to make us remember that what we really are is creation itself beginning to stir and wake up to self-realization that we are what created existence or creation. We are the creators of the creation that we're a part of.
That's an actual fact.
Let
me give y'all an example. Hey, Aaron, you there, Aaron? Are you here, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
Love you, Aaron.
Let me give y'all an example of me explaining something to my brother and what me and Amun have conversations about. And I use the word zone. I said, man, Amun, this old, Amun Yanun video or my vortex, Amun, you be really in a zone. He said, that's it. We just had a synchronicity moment. I overstand. I'll be in a zone. When I'm studying something, or when I'm writing this book about this word, Nuwapu, to show our people the truth, man, I get in a zone that I have to step back from it because I really feel like that fire that doesn't burn me, I feel like I'm going to disappear.
That's right.
I get in this zone. Hey, Aaron, what was happening on the phone when I was talking to you and Sister Nana? And she was explaining something to you, and you ain't quite understand. And what happened?
you was reading her mind from the phone. You wasn't with us. You was you was with us, but you wasn't physically with us. We was in the living room talking together, and you was probably doing what you're doing now, driving. But you was reading her mind. Every time that you said something, she literally repeated, "That's exactly what I was about to say," over and over again. It happened for like 2 hours straight.
That's right. When you get in that zone, there's only one mind. And when you vibrate on that same frequency, it's only one mind. You share the same thoughts.
And that's what he said to me. He was like, see, it's not that I'm reading her mind, it's that I'm vibrating on the frequency that she's on, so I already know.
That's right.
He said.
That's exactly right.
Facts. I had to get somebody to testify these things.
The mystery of telepathy. Now we see the reality of telepathy.
The same thing happened when walls be moving and streets be moving. Man, when I get in the zone,
I was excited about the first time Har said he was in his home and the sink moved side to side on him, because I knew what that was. There's a sister in London, Cheryl, that when I was moving stars, she saw the trees and the skyline shifting side to side. And I've come in for moving stars many times, and in my bedroom, I see my wall shifting side to side. At first, it used to kind of scare me a little bit, and then I relaxed when I really think about it and realized that it's me, like the little boy on the Matrix, when he'll ask him, "How are you bending that spoon?" And the boy told me, he said, "I'm not bending the spoon. I'm simply bending my mind." It's how you all move stars, and how you will do greater things than me.
Amun, I'm glad you said move stars. I had that spiritual experience I shared with Amun. I'm going to share with everybody. This happened about a couple weeks ago. I just been sitting on it trying to ponder what that was. Sometimes I drive real late. I might not get home until 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. I'll pull in my driveway and fall asleep in my car. But this time I'm sitting in my car. I'm looking out my rear view or my front window in the car, and it was about 3:30, close to 4 in the morning. Man, this star popped out of nowhere. I mean, when I say nowhere, y'all, I literally mean nowhere. It wasn't there. And when the star popped out, it's like it was communicating to me. Like, listen, I don't have words for it, but it was like communicating to me. So I step out the car, and the star looking at me, and in my mind, I'm like, yo, I understand. And it's going, to me, in my mind. And when I start looking at it, I get in this zone again. That same zone I'm talking about, I get in again. And the star started moving like if you was shaking a Skittles bag. Up and down real fast. And every time it did it, my right eye started twitching with it, going real fast.
You know what I call that? I call that looking back to see if you look back, see if I'm looking back, see if you looking. That's right. Because all creation is a reflection of you.
Ew.
Man, I'll be happy. Hey, brother Aaron. Is Nana on the phone, Aaron?
Yes, I'm here.
Nana, can you testify to what Aaron? Can you testify to what Aaron said to these people so they can see, like, yo, this is real. If I can do this, everybody can.
Indeed. That wasn't just the first time though. Like, more than often, I do have conversations with her, and most of the time, I'm a little hard at articulating what I'm thinking or what I'm trying to ask him, and he literally steals the thought from my mind. Like, exactly what I'm thinking in my mind, he says it every time.
You vibrate on a frequency, the same frequency. Yes, we do. It's like I told you.
That's not the first.
I love you. I love both of you. Would you all welcome to sister to class, please, everybody.
Welcome, my sister.
Welcome to class.
Welcome to class.
We love you.
Welcome home. Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a wonderful day. Please,
It's the
sister,
sister
stay
from
with us.
Zimbabwe here.
Zimbabwe, really? The great Zimbabwe. Are you really from Zimbabwe, sister?
No, not. I'm asking the sister that was on the phone you were talking to one
Oh,
time.
you mean
in class.
Martha?
I forgot the brother.
Martha in Zimbabwe. The one that Katat
you hear
introduced us
sister?
to. No, if
Right,
she'd have been here, Katat would. Are you here, Katat?
Okay. Well, next time she here, I'm gonna tell her this, but I'm gonna share this with y'all. Over 10 years ago, like I really take this serious, like this "don't believe me, check it out" thing.
That's right.
Like Dr. York couldn't just tell me, Partner Babby, I know him respectfully, couldn't just tell me, hey, we Nuwapians and this is our ancient culture and ancient language, and me just believe it. It's just not me. So I had to go find it. And when the sister get back here, I'll show you that it's in her language. If she's from the Bantu speaking languages, it's in their language. I'll show y'all. I'm writing a whole book on it. I told Amun about it multiple times. When I get upset and down or something, when my vibration ain't as high as it is right now, I call Amun and say, man, woo, this is happening. He say, you know what, just go and write that book and stay focused in that.
That's right. Just start
vibration
creating.
Go right back up, man.
Because creating is the nature of God.
When I'm in that zone, I feel lighter than a feather.
That's right. It could be a simple thing, like I love to play solitaire on the computer, right? Because I challenge myself. I'm not playing against the machine, I'm playing against me. And I found out that I amaze myself with these high scores, like Data or Spock. But what's really the trip is when I move myself out the way and let the Most High work through me. That's when you see these dazzling numbers pop up. It's like I'm not there, I'm just witnessing, I'm watching what's happening, but I'm not participating. That's what we all have to do, return to the world of the first mind and allow the Most High to work through us. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah,
because that's exactly who we are. And Father Babianu frequently encouraged us to turn ourselves inside out. And by that, he was encouraging us to let our greater angels take the lead. Return to the world of the first mind. Don't think of yourself as a physical being that possesses a spirit and a soul, but remember that you are a spiritual being having a physical experience. And when you see and realize that your aura perspires through your skin on an average of 3 feet outside of your body to form a sort of an atmosphere, then you know your body is actually within your spirit. You are a spiritual being projecting a physical experience. Don't forget that. You are God, and you created this creation. And what's amazing is you step down into your own creation to experience the nature of things. Let me say it again. You are gods that have created this creation and have stepped down into the garden to experience the nature of things. That's right, you participate in your own project. And when I fully wake you up to that realization, that's going to be a joyous, joyous day. That's right. But that's the goal. And the future is our destination. And we will get there together. Yeah, Har is right about that oneness. It's like that sheep daddy. Because you are like a hologram. And you, Adam, which is also inclusive of Eve, are just one cell inside of all, Fa'ut. But inside of your body, every one of your cells is a total replica of your entire being. Evidenced by the fact, when you check the experiment of Dottie, the sheep, they took one cell out of her udder, and grew another Dottie that was identical to her. Not a clone or a twin. They grew another Dottie, the same age, the same attributes and features, everything. They replicated Dottie. It was two of them. They took one cell out of the other, not two, just one. And you know that's true when you put a sperm and an ovum together and make a whole person. A sperm is one cell, and so is an egg. This is a hologram. And if you look at the tip of your finger and you think to yourself with a high-powered microscope, and you can see that your cells look like orbs in space, and all the way down to the atoms, just like your name is Adam. If you back up off the magnification, you'll see that it's just the tip of your finger. But if you could imagine surgically removing one cell from your finger, or just the fingertip itself, and putting it on a coffee table in front of you separate from your body, you know that it would expire, it would die, if it wasn't connected to the whole by itself. And if you look up, take the magnification down, that tip of that finger is part of your yad, or your hand, which is part of your whole physical body, which is part of Gaia, or Mother Earth, or part of all. Right? But if you say the affirmation with that thought in mind, I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, star mover, I can. All does, I do. Right. You all are amazing me tonight, and I'm grateful for your presence. And you can understand when I say I love you all, how sincere I am about that and how protective I am of you all. But I just want you all to keep growing and keep knowing, because you can believe in a thing 100% and be 100% wrong. Now, as for the new sister in Chicago and any other new people that haven't ever moved a star before or performed a miracle with God, I invite you to do just that tonight. Sister, are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, is it possible for you to just step outside for a second and look up at a moon or the star? And everybody else, please, all over the world, do the same. Just let me know when you see that star or the moon. Anybody in London here tonight?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just going to look out now.
Very good. Is that you, Cheryl?
Yes, it is.
I'm glad to hear your tone.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining out here, Amun.
Okay. In Chicago?
Yeah, it's raining. I don't see any stars.
Okay.
I don't even see the moon. Normally I do.
Okay. Well, you know how moves stars, and Aaron has borne witness to it many times. You know it's real, right?
Yes, I
Well, no, that's it. That's the point, isn't it? You won't know it's real until you witness it yourself. You follow me, sister?
Yes, I've moved stars with you before.
I love you. That's very good. Well, then think to yourself, if you can move stars, what is it that you can't do?
Nothing.
You believe me when I say you're God, and you have unlimited potential, extremely, extremely unlimited, right?
Indeed.
There we go.
You can do anything. All right, who can see the star? What do you got in Florida right down there, Khufu? Or in Texas?
We got a couple stars in Georgia.
You got some stars in Georgia? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You looking at, can you pick out one?
All right.
All right. In the name of Amun, raise up in the name of the Messiah.
The moon's over here.
Oh, you see the moon? I love you. I love you.
It's a bit cloudy and the sun's still going down, Nicole.
All right.
I see the star moving in Texas when you said that.
Okay, well, drop down. Drop down in the name of the Messiah, Amun-Rayay.
Dropping down.
Dropping down.
Now we wanted to move
down.
We wanted to move counterclockwise in the name of Amun, which is all of us in the collective.
And it's going counterclockwise.
Now I'm going to bring it closer to everybody. Come closer in the name of the Messiah.
And it's coming closer. It's coming down. Moving closer.
Okay. Now go back out.
Moving close. Going back up. Moving back out.
Now somebody saw the moon. Is that it?
I've got the moon in London.
Okay. Is it full?
Very full, very bright.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm going to make that moon go around clockwise, and I'm going to put your face in it, Cheryl. You'll see your eyes and your mouth moving. You'll see your features. And it'll be a brighter aura around the moon.
Oh, it's going around.
You're going to see you got a happy face.
Yes, I'm smiling. Yes. Yep. There it is. I'm smiling.
Yeah, you're the woman in the moon tonight.
Yep.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, I'm impressed with you all. I really am. And I'm as proud as a doting father. I really am. I'm proud of you all. I'm very proud of you. But I'm more excited about the things that you're going to do that will far surpass the things that you're doing now. Because your potential is extremely, extremely unlimited. Never forget, there's no glass ceilings for you all. And you don't have to become God. You merely have to remember. That's right. You just have to remember that you already are. I love you all with all my might and heart and soul. Meet your authority. Amun-Rayay, Asa, servant of the 144,000. Peace.